Now, are you over 55 and looking for a podcast that speaks your language? Well, you've come to the right place. Whether you're rocking retirement or still chasing that corner office, Boomers and Beyond is your weekly dose of fun, friendly conversation that's all about things that matter to you. Now, we're going to be diving into lifestyle topics like health and wellness, travel adventures for the young at heart, navigating family dynamics. We're going to talk about adult children too, exploring delicious food options, and of course, finding ways to keep life fun and exciting. Now, each week is going to be like chatting with your best friend over coffee or tea or juice or whatever you prefer. But hey, you won't even have to get out of your pajamas because we're going to be sharing stories and swapping ideas and tips and maybe even sharing a tear or two, but mostly tears of laughter. And guess what? This show is for you. So if there's a topic that you want to discuss, let me know. Leave a comment. Go to delblogger.com when you see this episode hit the blog and let me know what you'd like me to cover in future episodes. So go grab yourself your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's get ready to boom on the Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware Blogger podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Boomers and Beyond. I'm your host, Antionette Blake, and today we're discussing a topic that is crucial, vital for us boomers and beyond and seniors: home safety. That's right. We're going to explore some practical tips for preventing falls and accidents and discuss the importance of creating a safe living environment. So go grab yourself your cup of coffee, tea, or wine, whatever you are enjoying or indulging in, and let's get ready for episode 18, Home Safety Tips for Seniors and Boomers Preventing Falls and Accidents. We want to talk about is the importance of fall prevention, right? As we age, our body is not as tight and right as it used to be, right? We fall, there are many risks. We can't just, break our fall, get up and keep on going. I remember I fell off a little ladder, like a little step ladder, and I was in pain and sore for weeks. Now, there's always that possibility of fractures. We don't want to fracture any bone, right? Those fractures and those bruises, because what will happen is we lose some of our independence. We're going to be looking for someone to help us, navigate or help us do certain things if we do fall. And there's also an increased risk of hospitalization and, yes, even death. So it's very, very important that we prevent anything that may cause us to fall. And some of those are really things that we are overlooking on a daily basis. Tripping over objects, right? Something that's sitting there, you see it, you try to jump over it, try to bypass it, but it's going to trip you up. Wet or slippery surfaces, if we're mopping, or even if we're out and about, you see those signs that says wet floors, stay away. Sometimes we just simply lose our balance. We may think that we're, walking up a step or down a step, and we just somehow lose our balance. And then, of course, being dizzy or lightheaded. These are the most common causes of falls: tripping over objects, slipping on wet surfaces, losing our balance, And of course, not feeling well, feeling a little dizzy or lightheadedness, and you just need to lay down. You need to just stop. And whether you're out and about or if you're home, there are some things that you can do to make your home a lot safer and prevent those falls. Common, right? Remove clutter. Clear your pathways and remove any tripping hazards. You may have an ottoman that's been in the way, or you have a step stool that's in the way, a pillow that's in the way, whatever. Remove the clutter. You don't need it. We're decluttering anyway. Remember, we talked about that on my Dell blog about decluttering. We don't need all the things that we think we do need because, yeah, it's just junk at this point. I just had my son grab a big old bag of clothes that no longer fit or I no longer want, and he's donating them to a church down in Dover. Another thing you need to do to prevent falls is improve your lighting. Last night, I had a bulb that blew, and I could have said, oh, you know what? It's a 3-light lamp. I'm not going to worry about it. But no, I have to worry about it. Make sure you have adequate lighting throughout your home, especially in areas with stairs or low light conditions. Turn on the light. I always turn on the light before I come downstairs to my office, which is in the lower level in the basement. There is that hall light. I can come down there if I, just not thinking, just run down the steps real quick. But no, those days are over. Turn on the light, walk down the steps, and hold on to the rails. Yep. Hold on to the rails, whether you're in the house or at the mall. And sometimes you need grab bars in your bathroom, near the toilet, or even in the shower. The good thing about my shower is it's a Roman shower, and I did that purposely because it has an area for us to sit down. Yes, I knew coming into this home that I needed more than just a grab bar. So I have where I can sit down in case I ever feel like I'm unstable in the shower. So if you don't have a Roman shower or you don't have a seat in your shower, have someone install the grab bar by the toilet or even in the shower. You need to have it sometimes. Rugs, carpets. Make sure that if you have small throw rugs, that there are non-slip pads under those rugs and those carpets so that you do not slip. I have a runner in the kitchen. I make sure that I put those non-slip pads on each corner because I've seen my husband trip over them. And the last thing you want to do is trip, hit your head, fall, whatever the case may be. So secure those rugs. If you got carpet that's coming up, get someone to fix that. As we get older, hey, I saw this last weekend at Delaware State University's homecoming. Oh my gosh, it was such an amazing event. Homecoming 2024 at Delaware State University. It was wonderful seeing people that I haven't seen in 30 and 40 years. Shout out to my roommate, Thomasina Starks, who I hadn't seen in so long. It was just amazing to see her. But we had dancing and food and fun, and some of us boomers and beyond and seniors came with canes and walkers and even wheelchairs. Sometimes we need that. Those assisted devices will help us navigate whether we're out and about or even at home. And when you're out and about, pay attention to those uneven surfaces or loose handrails or anything that may be a tripping hazard, because we have to make our homes and our environment safer to prevent these falls. Now let's talk about, in the bathroom. Let's go back to the bathroom. Grab bars are great. You can have them near the toilet or in the shower. And if you have a bath mat, this is what my aunt was talking about. She had to replace her bath mat. Make sure that it's a non-slip bath mat and replace it on a regular because it does lose suctions. And that's an easy way to have a fall, is to think you're stepping on a mat that is not adhered to the bottom of the tub, and you will fall. You have a seat or bench in your bathroom. You can have those installed. You see those commercials all the time. And make sure that you keep your medications and your toiletries within easy reach. Try not to put it up so high that you need a step stool. Remember that step stool incident I was telling you about? Put it at the level that you can reach it. I have in my kitchen a shelf in the cabinet that's dedicated for all of my husband and I meds. That way we just open the cabinet. We can just simply get there and go. We don't need to stand up. We don't need to reach up because we don't want to use that step stool or a ladder to get up there and then have, an incident of falling. In your kitchen, make sure you keep your kitchen safe, right? Keep those knives and other sharp objects stored safely. You know how we just go and grab, open it up and grab? No, you might have to I have a block where I keep all my sharp knives. Pot holders and oven mitts. Girl, guys, I am so bad when it comes to burning, but make sure that you use pot holders and oven mitts, not only in the oven, but also for the pots that are on the stove. And I love my new pots. As a matter of fact, if you guys have followed me along on my social, on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, you see that I do product reviews for Influencer. And I just got a whole set of pots, and they are fabulous. Yes, they are. So, I use the oven mitts, but, I want to make sure that those handles, when I turn those handles, now on this particular set, they don't get hot. But some older pots and pans, even you remember, I still have the cast iron. Yeah, I've got a couple of cast iron frying pans I use for cornbread. So make sure you use pot holders. And if you're going to stand on something you need to stand on, don't stand on a chair or a stool. Get a step stool, step ladder, something that you know is sturdy, because I have seen so many times people say, oh, I can stand on this chair, and boom, nope, the chair wobbles and they fall. And also in the kitchen and even throughout the house, you have smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors, because you want to make sure that you're safe. You don't get overwhelmed with the fumes. Now, it is so important. It is so very important that you identify any hazards, that you get recommendations from your family, and you modify as necessary, because it is so very important that we stay healthy, because as we're aging, we want to make sure that we're safe in our own house. So it's very important to prevent any falls. You got to make your house safe. You want to stay in your house, make it safe, and modify anything that's not safe. So I encourage you to reach out to someone if you can't do it yourself. Reach out to your family, your friends, and there's lots of agencies. There's professionals out there. Go to the AARP website. There are senior citizen locations in towns. Ask them to help you, because safety is so important. And I want you to share this. I want you to share, and I want you to leave me a comment about, some of the things that you have done to, make your home safer, because it's important. I want you guys to stay safe, stay smart, and stay social. So I'll see you next week. And remember, if there's any topics that you want me to talk about on Saturday on Boomers and Beyond, make sure that you leave me a message. I want you to subscribe to this podcast, because every week I'm going to be having some great topics for us boomers and beyond. Enjoy this beautifully blessed day or evening if you're listening to it later. Well, folks, that's all we have for you today on Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware blogger. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation and maybe even learned something new. Now, remember, if there's a topic that you'd like me to talk about, don't be shy. Leave a comment on the website. When this podcast episode hits Dell Blogger, you'll be able to leave a comment, dellblogger.com. And even if you have suggestions, I love that too. Hey, I'm also looking for some fantastic sponsors and collaborators who cater to the amazing 55 plus community. So if you're a business owner, have a business or service, and you think it would be a great fit for the show, send an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com, and we'll get in touch real soon. Again, thanks for joining us on this journey, and I'll see you right back here next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for another exciting episode of Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware Blogger. And until then, stay happy, stay healthy, and keep on booming.